Legend of Total War here with part 32 of my Crusader Kings 2 Let's Play campaign as the Karling Dynasty Empire of Francia. So previously, we've had a really good run of conquest, generations of good conquests, and now it's all under jeopardy because of the Great Pox. He has syphilis and no children, which means, there are plenty of Karling Dynasty people, but the problem here is that it's not that we're going to lose the campaign, it's that we're going to lose titles. Now, I've been able to run a successful, huge empire maintaining a low number of vassals by limiting the number of kingdom titles that are floating around the area, by holding on to them personally until they're basically totally useless. That was the plan. But we have had to do that by a series of a king that only has one son. That's how it works. You have a son, then you divorce your wife, marry someone older that can't bear children. Now, he's still fairly young, so he hasn't had a chance yet to have a son. Now is the time for him to have it, but he's essentially got a death sentence with syphilis. What happens if he doesn't bear a son? Not to mention that, it lowers his fertility by 20%. So I've tried to marry someone that was high in fertility, and that sort of will counteract that, but there's no guarantee he's going to have children in that amount of time. I mean, he could drop dead tomorrow, for all we know. So we have to look at the succession on, I guess, Plan B. Plan B is the empire passes on to this duke here, the Duke of Medina, very distant cousin. Now, that's fine. That succession. Hang on, let me see here. So some of it's going to end up going to my sister. So what does she get? She gets a few kingdom titles that aren't really worth much. And should have to be given a county. We can just revoke that county and it'll be fine. Alright. I think we'll be okay if it does pass on to him. I'll just need to keep my head on my shoulders and make sure I don't lose my cool. Let's just continue conquest. Because at the end of the day, right, if any of the sons get any titles, they'll be handed counties. They have to be handed counties from here. If we immediately revoke those counties, the kingdom titles that get passed on will be destroyed. So it just means that I have to recreate them as quickly as possible, but that's possible to do. So let's get rid of the Kingdom of Magyar. So let's just continue our conquest as if we don't have syphilis. Maybe we'll get lucky, maybe we'll have a son. To be honest, I'd rather have 16 years of regency than it pass on to him. Although, I still don't like regencies. You can have disastrous regencies where the regent wants the young prince dead, which would be terrible if that was the case. Because who knows, that the next heir could be worse than this guy. Oh, that was easy. Alright, now who should we pass this on to? I haven't really designated anything. French claim for lower... Oh, yeah. Okay. So, where does this belong to? This is part of Khazaria. I think we'll give it to Armenia, because I think they're already here. And Armenia, despite having quite a lot of land, it's not good land. So, I'll hand it over to you. This is Alania. Can that be created? Yes, it can. Okay, good. That'll give us claim over some Byzantine territory. Because as you guys know, I've really enjoyed crushing the Byzantines. I want to take as much of their territory as I can away from them. because they're cock blockers. Alright, I think we really need to get rid of them, because every time we, like, leave them alone for a little while, they go and conquer someone else. Because they're a powerful faction, you know, not compared to us, but compared to everyone else. So let's see, what do we want to take? I think we should take away his capital. We want to weaken the Emperor himself as much as possible. $37,000 soldiers coming from Syria. Sounds good. The smaller they get, the easier it will be to conquer them as well. Not too many places in the world left for us to get research. Another thing that we could do is start executing potential pretenders to the throne. It's something we could do, but then we run the risk of revolt. When you start executing family members, it can be quite bad. However, if we have reason to do so, like if these guys join plots, I'll be able to get at them. Yeah, I guess we'll just need to wait and see. Yes. Anything you can do to have a son. Doesn't matter if it's a bastard or not. We'll legitimize it if it's a son. Funny thing is, didn't he already have a son? And I didn't legitimize it, because that was before he had syphilis. And he was too young then to have a son. Holy shit, this region here does not want to fall. Alright, just leave it be for the time being. Oh, these territories up here suck. Let me just see something. The Kingdom of Saxony, does it hold any territory? Yeah, it still holds some territory. Why is that? It's because Poland got... It would be 100 years before this transferred in. See, the Kingdom of Burgundy doesn't mean anything anymore. This is actually being absorbed into the Kingdom of Persia. It's been held by Persia for 84 years. Really, holy shit. It's supposed to belong to Egypt. Abyssinia is being transferred into Egypt. That's good. I can't be bothered to like make everything perfect anymore, because, you know, you spend 10 years fixing up a kingdom, and then the other kingdoms have already turned to shit. So just don't bother with it. They just want to fight to the last man. Fine by me. Okay, this war is almost over. A lot of men dying for just one goddamn region. She's not very happy with me. Still no children. Because Not only that, oh, okay, we're a hunchback as well as having syphilis, so she probably doesn't want to touch us. Alright, so we got a hold of this settlement here. Who will it belong to? This is part of Ruthenia. Ruthenia belongs to Poland. And that's weakened the Byzantine Empire by a small amount. So their new primary title is down here. Is he completely at peace? No. Because when he's at peace, I'll be able to take the Kingdom of Trebizond from him. Next up, how about you? I'll claim your title because you're Catholic. And we'll be able to convert that straight away, that's good. No, that's not very good. Fuck me, I've got like no troops in the area. I should have waited to give my guys a bit of time to replenish. I only need to conquer one region, so just send Syria over there. A lot of resistance out here, that's for sure. And the Byzantines once again cock-blocking me, so we'll have to punish them for this again. That's not going to be a good strategic decision. You come down over here. We'll have to pull our troops together here. At least until Syria arrives. And all we need to do is capture this. And then we're done. That's all we had to do. What was that? A daughter was born? I didn't even know she was pregnant. Oh, that was... She's a bastard daughter. Okay. Denounce the child. Doesn't matter. If it was a son, I would have legitimized it, but it wasn't. Okay, this will be handed over to Armenia. Yeah, she's not very happy at all about that. Now, I did say that the Byzantines need to be punished again. Yeah, people want me dead. Trust me, just wait a few weeks and he'll probably be dead. So... Let's have a look here. Yeah, we'll take that for Armenia as well. I think that's part of Khazaria. So these regions over here should be already, they haven't recovered yet. The guys over here need some time to rest. Sacrificed a lot of their troops already. Uh... Okay, so... To be honest, adding Lunatic on top of the Great Pox, I'm pretty sure this is... The realm's going to pass on to him. Alright, if that's the case... I'm going to secure the succession a little bit by imprisoning and executing this child. This son of his. Okay, now he only has one son. But his son has 3 sons. So, what are the chances we can imprison these kids? Best we do the oldest ones first. 75% chance. Because he could die any moment now. 87% chance. Where are those kids? I'll send the marshal to go and help increase the chances. Where are they? Palmer, okay. Makes me a tyrant, but I reckon we're going to die any moment. Okay, it hasn't quite come into effect yet. Even if a revolt happens now, like it's not going to it's not going to matter because as soon as we die, the revolt will end. And even with that, it still hasn't... we're not seeing dangerous factions yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's probably people in there, but not enough for it to warrant a notification. I think it warrants a notification at 75% of our strength or greater. Alright, now. You have too many grandchildren. Won't pass to her. You have too many sons. You may one day be emperor. You'll trust me. I'm doing you a favor here. Ah, you son of a bitch. Even with 92% chance. That's unlucky. Alright, well then... We'll do the other one. So where did he go? He went to the Principality of Novgorod. Alright. Then we'll start claiming their territory. You should learn to stay out of French affairs. Just look what's happened to the Byzantine Empire. They want to meddle and stop me from my conquests. Well then you lose your realm. Might as well use the piety. We could, like I said, we could die at any moment now. Good excuse to go kill them. I want that child returned to me so I can execute it. Just because it pretended to the throne. Oh, that failed. Oh, wait, no it didn't. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Have I got all the claims? Oh, yeah. Okay, so now it's starting. But like I said, even if a revolt happens, unless they win that revolt within a couple of weeks, I really can't see Emperor Rorgan living very long. He's got an incurable disease that's basically a death sentence. Which is the perfect opportunity to go absolute fucking nuts. We can do whatever the hell we want. Now's the time to be a dick, because it'll all be forgotten when the next person comes into power. Anyway, he's He's a lunatic, so what do you expect? You get these kind of emperors sometimes. I'll need to preserve those units. Okay, there might be some things we can do to delay it. If the King of Sind is in... Look, the only thing I care about is those that want independence. If you want Gavelkind in any of these, fine. I'm not going to lower Crown Authority, though. So, let's have a look. So, we've got... Who's in here? King of Africa. King of Wallachia. King of Sind hates me right now. Okay, now, I'm fairly sure I've seen a lot of duchies in here that can be created within the Kingdom of Sind. Yep, so that can be created. Duchy of Hanupa. Alright, so we'll hand that over to him. And that's helped a little bit, not enough though. Alright, Countess Catherine of Asigarth. Will retract a vassal. It doesn't matter. It's about time we hand it back. Oh, you got a hold of that kingdom again, do you? Okay. Okay, so now I want to claim this. Because I could just transfer it back to her, but it'll be worth more if I revoke it. And it is actually in my best interest for Sind to remain very powerful. Because now that I think about it, if I have one bulldog of a vassal, I can use that to bully all the rest of them. Because it's a lot easier to manage one vassal than 50. Okay, that'll get him out of the thing there. So that should buy me some time. Kingdom of Trebizond can now be usurped. I will do that. And now that I have claims over these two territories, I will take them. I will take what's justly mine. The Duchy of Thrace belongs to the Byzantine Emperor. No, it doesn't. I'll usurp that. And we'll hand it over to you. Still not enough. I'm too much of a tyrant. Even at 104%, it's still not enough to beat me. What we could also do, because I've got so much money, and now's the perfect time to... This is where we need to use money. I could create another retinue army. Just another one that's just about numbers. So that'll build up over time. So I imagine Armenia's in good favor, yeah, because I've been giving them territory. Now, Novgorod, you've done me a disservice, and you're going to pay for that. So these territories will be handed over to Poland, and Poland currently likes me. What if I was to hand it over to Middle Francia? Because he has a lot more troops than Poland. But I did decree that this land out here belongs to Poland, so I'll give it to them. He's actually lived a lot longer than I expected. It's still not too late for you to have a son. He's currently the most unattractive man in the world. Hunchback, lunatic, has syphilis. Why would you want to fuck this dude? The Byzantines still need to be punished further. I intend to take the rest of Trebizond. It's just, you know, we have a pretender to the crown hiding in this area. He must be, we must root him out from his rat hole and give him his just deserves. His crime? Being born. I mean, technically he's the eldest son, so he actually has the highest right to the throne. But the thing is, I don't like to have old emperors. So, we're better off supporting the younger brother's claim. It's a horrible thing that we do here, but it will save thousands of people's lives. It's just the restrictions, I guess, the problems with feudalism. You sometimes have to root out your own kin. You can't have pretenders. You fucking what? But he took that territory straight back. Well, I'll be back there to retake it again. Hopefully we'll kill them. How are we going with this? Yeah, we're okay. By putting Sind under our direct, well, permanent control for the top, well, not permanent, but for the time being, no one's going to tangle with this. Because Sind has like 50,000 men at their disposal. Right, I might need to raise another army. Because these guys here are being a complete nuisance. Just get rid of them so we can occupy these damn territories. These are good regions as well, there's no tribal shit. I mean, good comparatively. I mean, they're not actually good regions, they're not built up at all. But at least they're not tribal. Because they would have been tribal at one point. Okay, please be a son. I don't have to execute this child here if we have a son. I mean, we're looking at, you know, a long regency, but that's okay. Well, actually it's not, but we deal with what we can. I can stop being a total dick if we have a son. Plan B doesn't have to come into play. Plan B is a bad plan, but Plan A just may not happen. Whatever the case is, these guys still did me a disservice, so we prioritize their destruction. I'll take this. See, it all needs to be taken eventually anyway, but we take those first who are who get in my way. I think we've just been assassinated. Yeah. So Plan B has come into play. Okay, so with that, alright, well, now we need to secure, oh, so we just lost our claims on all that. It's alright, we were preparing for Plan B. So, we need to claim this region here back. And that'll destroy all of these kingdom titles, which we'll need to then go and... we need to recreate most of them. Any one of them that isn't a titular kingdom needs to be re-established. I could just outright revoke some of those titles, or we'll claim it, but it'd be easier for me to just get the piety. Okay, now, quickly revoke this. All of these titles will then be destroyed. There we go. Now, we have too many titles. We're the Duke of Medina, so we need to hand... I don't want this. We need to hand that back to the Kingdom of Italy. Why not? Oh, right, it's not the capital. This needs to be the capital again. And you can have the Duchy of Medina. This will help keep this guy under control. Okay, now we have to look towards the succession. It'll go towards Prince Ruben. Too old to have any more children, so that's good. Okay, now he has 2 heirs. That's right, we were supposed to get over here and kill our oldest grandson. So I'll need to reclaim all of those territories again. So that's unfortunate that it couldn't last a little bit longer. The previous king. It only needed to last like another couple of weeks, because I just need to take that. But 500 piety is not a big deal. But first thing I need to do is get those new kingdoms back. Now, also, looking at this, we've got some dangerous factions that needs to be... We need to take care of that. Now, I believe that the Duchy of... The Kingdom of Trebizond was destroyed. That needs to be recreated. We're also over our defense limit, so the wife here, she's good with diplomacy, but she's not good with stewardship. It would be better, I think. No, if we could just get a little bit more stewardship, it'll sort things out. Okay, so just think what? No, you. How old are you? 55. I need you to live for a little while. Yeah, we've got to sort things out. Idle council members, and you can just whatever. So does that mean I have to rework Sind again? No, they're okay for the time being. Seems like we inherited a lot of economic advances. What do we want to do with that? I mean, we get the most out of a castle infrastructure. So yeah, even though it costs the most, it's the most valuable to us. Just seeing if there's anything else in here. Maybe noble customs might be good now. Because I don't really need legalism any further. We don't need to be tolerant. Yeah, best we go with noble customs. And I'd still rather prioritize military organization. I mean, we can essentially just steal that other technology. Alright, so... Who's Adalbert Karling? My uncle? Okay, well, what's he want? He wants to kill Jocelyn Karling. I don't know who that is. So I don't care. Okay, seems everything's under control for the time being. I just gotta create those kingdoms again. Okay, looking for kingdoms, not empires. Kingdom of titular kingdom doesn't need to be created. Oh, Kingdom of Kiva does need to be created. Let me just say that again. Yes, it's not titular. It needs to be created. What was the other one? There was Kingdom of Saxony. Let's see. Why can't I create that? So I actually have to be a Saxon to be able to create it. Well, as long as a non-Saxon king is in control here, then Saxony never needs to be created, I suppose. Because the Saxons, their culture is gone. But the actual kingdom itself won't disappear until this is... See, that's not supposed to belong to them. It doesn't matter. I mean, there are no Saxons left. We've exterminated... Oh wait, there are some Saxons left. So unless they become king, very unlikely, I doubt they'll create the kingdom. And if they do create the kingdom, I'll just take it off them. Alright, so let's have a look. What was one of the other ones? These are just titular kingdoms, I don't have to worry about them. Kingdom of Abyssinia is not titular, need to take it. These Indian kingdoms are not titular, they need to be created. Ah, damn it, I have to go to the playlist. I might just have enough to create all the ones that are needed. I need to get the Kingdom of Rajputana, but I don't know where it is, so... There we go. I mean, these will eventually disappear. I think. Yeah, see, that's eventually going to go away, but we need to give it time enough to go. So this one here belongs... Oh, I'm not trying that out. Too difficult. Okay, so we're secure for the time being. Now we need some piety so that I can re-establish claim of Novgorod. They still need to be punished. So we'll need a holy war. How are we going to do... Well, which faction shall we holy war? Yaroslavl? We get a bit out of that. Well, what about this one here? It's just one region. A lot easier to take. And like I said, main thing I'm going for is piety. Dogs are barking pretty severely. I don't know what they're barking about. Doesn't matter, just let them do what they want. I sometimes think that it's the neighbor dogs that actually are the loud ones. My dog's more of a responder than an instigator. So at 74%, that's fine. It is going up. But even at 100%, it's like not that big of a deal. So this here is just a tribal region. If it were Catholic, we could convert to a castle, but I don't have time to deal with that. Alright, that's that war done. That's some easy piety for me. But like I said, we need 500. I want to claim it all in one go. So this will be handed over to Khazaria. Well, I'll hand it over to Poland actually. Khazaria is all over the place. I might just pause the recording and go see what's going on because like she's barking a lot. I need to see what's going on.